She was very specific recently, saying that a mom, a poor mother who lost 2 kids to fentanyl, that I killed her sons. Well, the interesting thing is that fentanyl they took came during the last administration.
How can he sit there and joke about it? You know, he thought he was with a room full of Democrats, and, you know, he's amongst friends, and they could all yuck it up. What kind of a person does that?
That heartbroken mother demanding an apology from President Biden after he seemingly laughs off her emotional testimony last week, demanding Congress do something about the fentanyl crisis that claimed the lives of her 2 sons, and of course, so many more Americans.
Fox News contributor Bill Bennett served as our nation's first drug czar, and he joins us now. Mr. Secretary, thanks for being here, as always. You know, your reaction to how this administration has dealt with fentanyl and this instance in particular?
They've done nothing. They've done nothing. And so it is flowing in. Good show this morning, and you've already talked about this a little bit with Maria. That witness, Rebecca Kiesling, was the best I've seen. She even objected to another witness's testimony that said it was all about the man side. No, it's not. When you have the supply that you have of fentanyl, you're going to get people hooked. Look at this baby who was killed. Talk about not asking for trouble because of this supply of fentanyl. Declare them foreign terrorist organizations, the cartels, go after the leadership, just like we did before when we got Pablo Escobar and others. Go after the leadership, take them out. When they're replaced by other people, take them out. They're no match for the Delta Force, the United States military, or the Marines if we get them going. And she really nailed it at the hearing, Rebecca Kiesling, the mother of those 2 dead boys. She said, this is a war. And that's one word, as you guys know, that Democrats hate to hear. They hate to hear about war on drugs and war against our enemies. But this is a war, and boy, we better fight back.
They don't mind hearing about war on Ukraine, but they won't wage a war on the cartels who are poisoning our children. And explain to me why the president wouldn't pressure China. We know if we could stop it from coming from China to Mexico, we could stop a lot of it. Why isn't the president putting more pressure on China to not send that over?
Yeah, we don't know why. Who knows? Maybe it has something to do with dealings with China. But he underestimates China. He does not call China what it is, and there's no pressure there. That's where all the precursor chemicals come from. You know, they haven't done a thing on that. But secure the border, for God's sake. Secure the border. Get after the cartels. We can do this. We just need action. People like Tom Cotton, Senator Cotton, are leading the charge on the Hill, but boy, there's a lot of resistance, and I don't know why there's so much resistance.
Bill, I can't wait to get your reaction to this. So many watching will know that during the pandemic, the SAT, the ACT testing requirements were set aside for college admissions for many schools. Well, Ivy League Columbia has decided, I think they're the first to do this, to permanently now drop the SAT and the ACT.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. You know, remember, in the mid-20th century, these so-called elite schools were elite because of family and family connections. And you went to Yale or Harvard because your great-grandfather went there. Then all of a sudden there was a revolution. Charles Murray talks about it in his books. This was about cognitive stratification. And these schools went out and found the most talented, able students they could and established themselves as elite because they had the smartest kids going there in very large part. Now they're giving that up. They're giving up the idea of merit, which is a fundamental American idea. You achieve on the basis of your efforts and your abilities. By the way, the SAT is a very good predictor of how you're going to do in college and how you're going to do after college. By eliminating it, they are just opening themselves up to the old corruptions. You will see family connections and money and all sorts of other things having the same influence that it did before they decided to go on the system of merit. And as Columbia goes, so will other colleges go. And the Ivy League will become what it was back before the 50s, the 1950s.
Great
That's
point.
a fascinating way to
Great
look at
background.
it.
Yeah, excellent background.
Secretary Bill Bennett, as always, we appreciate you. Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you. Good show this morning. Good show this morning. Very good.
Sir. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.